you were on the team that last year with Dirk, and we hear so much, whether it's from Chris Arnold or from other people, on how much Dirk did just to get on the court for some games that last year because of his ankle. Can you talk about Dirk's last year and how much he put into just trying to play basketball for the fans that last year?
Yeah, even the last couple of years were really hard for him. He will never say it, but I watched it. He couldn't, he was always shooting and working out back in the day when he was in his prime. He never stopped working out, shooting, and doing everything. But then last couple of years was just being in the weight room and in the training room, just to be able to go out there and practice with us a little bit. And then his last 2 years, especially his last year, he never even practiced. He was just trying to move that ankle and move that body so he could be out there and play that last season. It was so hard for him, and but he did it, and we're grateful he did it.
So now I go back to the first year you're on the team as a rookie, and he's MVP of the NBA. Can you talk about getting into the league and then the work ethic of Dirk Nowitzki, and if that was at all a motivating factor for you?
Oh, no question. When I first got here, I was always looking up at him and at Jason Terry and Dirk. The way Dirk worked was insane. I'm telling you, like every time I went to the gym, he was working out. Every time, in the morning, at night. And I was like, if I do 25% of what he does, I'm going to be a really good player. So no, I learned from him. And then when he wasn't using his coach, I got in and started doing the same drills that he was doing for shooting to get my shooting better. No, but yeah, it was. I never seen somebody till this day work as hard as he did, and he was a leader, but by example. He didn't talk much. But by example, he led us the right way.
Well, and JJ, we're all kids from the DFW area. Me and all my co-hosts here, we all grew up watching Dirk, and so we all got to watch this guy that was the perfect example of what you want to watch for your superstars. But we went through the struggles with him also as fans, and then when he finally got the championship, we were like, man, what a great team moment that was. For Dirk, when you were playing with him, getting to that championship, getting over the hump, what was the thing that he was missing up until that moment? What was the thing that he needed to work on that pushed him over that championship plateau?
I think getting to the paint, being able to get to the paint and either pump faking and shooting a layup or rebounding and putting a layup, or just getting easier buckets in the paint. I think that put him over the hump. But I knew when I first met him, when I first started playing with him, I knew we were gonna be all right, and he was gonna win it at some point because his competitiveness. He wanted to beat the best. He wanted to play against the best. He wasn't scared of no moments. So I knew we were gonna be all right. And that year when we beat the Lakers, I think everything opened up for us. That was a team that we couldn't beat. And I think when Dirk, we finally beat the Lakers, I think he even got better. He got better. The confidence grew, and that's what happened.
Now, when you mentioned beating the Lakers that year, I know that was amazing, but obviously with you in particular, we remember somebody who's a good, 1.5 bigger than you, trying to shove you around. Is that when you knew you had mentally broken the Lakers, when they had to go to those tactics?
Oh, yeah, we knew it because that was a team that we couldn't beat. And I think in the regular season, we lost to them the 4 games, I think. But yeah, definitely when Bynum almost killed me, I knew where we had him, and I think our team, that's when we really realized, hey, we could really win this championship this year. And we took off.
JJ, I remember interviewing you pretty early in your career as you start taking off and getting minutes with the Dallas Mavericks, and you and Brandon Bass had a nice pick and roll combination going. But I remember asking you about when Dirk sets a pick for you. Can you talk about how the game changed or how easy the game was for you when Dirk was the guy setting the pick for you?
Oh, no question, man. That opened up. That was my career. Pick and roll. You guys saw me with. Yeah, I had something early with Brandon Bass, and the NBA Summer League, and then with Dallas. But yeah, with Dirk, it was totally. We clicked, and when we clicked, it was over after that. I remember my confidence skyrocket. His pick. I think he's the best setting picks. Just he moves the right way. He knows how to set up his guy, and it was easy. If he sets it, I'm coming off by myself because they're not going to leave him. And if they, for some reason, trap me or leave him for a second, I'm giving the ball back to him. So it was that simple. And I knew I had to be aggressive coming out of pick and rolls with him because they weren't going to leave him, and I was going to be open for the mid range or for the layup. So it opened up a lot of things for myself and for the whole team.
JJ Barea joining us here on the K&C Masterpiece on 105.3 The Fan. And to that point, I remember with the Cowboys, Troy Aikman used to say that he would screw up some of Emmitt's plays because as he would hand the ball off, he'd also turn back around to watch Emmitt run. Whenever you ran some of those pick and rolls, did you ever I want to watch him make this shot?
No, for sure. I knew, we got to a point that we made eye contact, and I knew, when he wanted the ball, I have to give him to him for sure. Even though I'm open, this time I got to give him the ball. And sometimes he'll look at me like, yo, take it, it's your turn. So it was pretty good. But, yeah, I knew, you knew when he's, extremely hot, he's going to make everything, and you're just running the show and passing him the ball and just enjoying what he's doing.
Now, I don't know how much you can speak to this or feel comfortable with it, but everybody knows Dirk is the nicest person in the world, but also they might not know that he could be a gigantic S-talker on the court. Can you confirm that he would talk some trash to people?
He talks, the way he talks trash is by joking, funny jokes, or a bad free throw shooter shoots the ball and the ball hits the rim. He's covering his head like the ball's gonna hit him. Just funny stuff. And then, in the locker room, me and him, I remember, 5 minutes before the game, coach is talking and he's pinching me or looking at me so I can laugh. He's messing around 24/7, but when we hit the court, everything changes. But he's my favorite teammate of all time because we had so much fun together.